I guess this is like, the most prime example of wasting money. Global Locker Cosmetics. 1245 to be exact. So today I kind of want to just talk about all my Global Locker cosmetics and everything I have unlocked, because I just have so many of them. Like, I feel like it's worth it just to make a whole video off of these. I'm just gonna go through pretty much every single one here. Also, side note, I love how the game just freezes every time I was to, like, open, like, I don't know, hub titles, because I have so many of them. Like, it is so laggy, but it's fine. So first of all, we have like all the the basic monster avatars. I feel like all these avatars are like a participation thing. They're like, hey, you've played on the server, you deserve some kind of reward. And this was like, back in the early days of me first playing the server, back in like, I don't know, January, February 2022. And then I was apparently a huge fan of hide and seek. Like, we had the hiding doggo here. I don't know where these monster or not even hub tiles, they're avatars. I don't know where these avatars come from, the monster ones, and I don't even know why they exist in the first place. But they do. I feel like there's kind of a participation reward of some sorts. Just from like, playing the server for like the first few days or something. I don't know, but they're just there. Cat Detective, Peekaboo, Found You. Like, some of these have like completely like unique art styles. Like, this one's kind of like a realistic one. This one's kind of like a cartoon one. This one's kind of like flat. And this one's kind of like a hand-drawn one. Like, they're pretty creative with the avatars, but lately they really haven't been doing that, in my opinion. But we have this, the Builder. I believe this one's from Just Build. I believe it was like one of the early levels. I have never maxed Just Build. I feel like there's literally no reason to max out Just Build just to max it out, except just for maxing it out, because it is so painful to max Just Build, because you have to build, and then people have to rate your build every time, and the amount of XP you get is from the amount of people that rated your build pretty nicely, or approved of it. I'm just not interested in that. I'm just not interested in that. Also, more monster hub titles, avatars. More monster hub titles. I don't know why I have these, but I do. And here is all the basic avatars that you unlock with Hive Plus. MVB, it be fine. I love how they use this one in particular in like that one advertisement when you're like going to a mini game. There's like a little Hive Plus advertisement on like the bottom corner saying get Hive Plus, and they just use this thing. I don't know, but it's just kind of there. MB, Bad B, Buff B. There's a lot of them here. There's like 5 here. Out of all these, I like the MVB because it's literally the server icon. Like, that's literally like the most Hive that you can get, in my opinion. I don't usually see any of these other ones here used. I don't usually see any of these actually used with people getting Hive Plus. And oh boy, here we go with all the Axelon ones. So this was when I started to get like, this was back when I started, my collection here of costumes. I'm just getting most costumes as I possibly can. I got the Endalol first because, I've seen everyone use it. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta get it. This was, again, back in, like, 2022 when it, like, first came out. I believe it first came out in 2022. I'd like to believe that. That's Icelol, that's normal. This was the pet. I remember when pets first came out. Not the QB, because I don't have that. That was, like, 2021 with, like, the plush and everything. But this was the first one that you could actually buy from the store, and then the baby dragon. Then I didn't realize I had replayed that early. I didn't realize I had replayed that early, and yet it has never expired since. Then we have more monsters. We have the dragons, because for the sake of more money that the Hive can get and more variety, they just include an Ender version. I honestly have no idea where this one came from. I think it's the Guardian one. Winter Bee. Again, what is with the monsters? I don't understand the monsters. Like, what is the monsters? And, like, I don't understand why they're even here. Again, they're like a participation thing, but, like, why monsters and why do they, like, exist? Apparently I got this one from Block Drop. Of course it was from Block Drop. I got it from Block Drop. This was, like, when it first came out, I believe. Back in, like, June 2022, back when the arcade first came out. Same with the flag here and the blue blur. I remember getting like the costume, like getting like the old like one of the two like limited time costumes from Block Drop. I remember getting that. I don't know why they made that a limited time thing, but I guess they did. Rappy, Robodog, Dark Matter. Again, they have very like unique art styles for each one here. Like, you see how these two are like completely flat, while this one's just like kind of like a comic in a way. And you can see, you can very clearly tell when Halloween 2022 started because of all this, like Friendly Ghost, Pumpkin Patch. I don't know where this one came from. I don't know where this one came from. I think that's Archie. Maybe that's not Halloween 2022, actually. Yeah, see, this is, I believe, okay, so Purple Speedster. I believe this is the costume that you can still get with, Block Drop now, because, again, before with this one, up here, this one was kind of like a limited time costume that I do have. This one is like the one that you can get right now, if you play the game. Also, mounts. So I remember when mounts first came out. I believe this was also 2022. It could be 2023 as well. I could be wrong, but I think this was 2022. I remember when the spaceship mount first came out, and everyone bought it, and I bought it too. And I was like, wow, this is something really unique. I'm surprised they're actually doing this. But it turns out the spaceship mount kind of sucks. I believe this mount came out immediately after, if not on the same day. This mount is the best mount in my opinion. Like, the turn speed's good, the speed itself is good. Like, that's my most favorite mount of all. Flower Lotto. Okay, here's Halloween 2022. Scale Law and onwards. So, this was when I had absolutely, like, a lot of fun. Like, this was Halloween 2022. Halloween 2022 is by far the best Hive event that I've ever played. I was not around for the Sonic event, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. You have like all the Ghost Invasion avatars here. I'm surprised they don't like reuse any of these, and like the Witch. Like, they teased for the longest time until like Halloween 2024. They didn't have like a costume with Ghost Invasion, but last year they decided to do a costume. They did Count Ghosty, I believe what it's called, and then we just have like random costume avatars, like Kitsune. This is a weird one. You know, Always Watching, and the Broomstick. The Broomstick came out at the same time. Did I get Cruiser at the same time? Like, did it come out like the same day as like the other mounts except Broomstick? I like to believe that. And then you have like some more costumes, and here's Christmas. I kind of like bought like the bundles just for the sake of it. Again, another monster. I don't know why we have so many monsters, but we do. And then we have a good old Cup of Joe. And here is when I was kind of grinding for Murder Mystery. Yes, and I believe this was the last avatar that I got in 2022, Murder Mystery Prestige 1. Because I remember I Prestige on December 31st, 2022. At least to tag 1 in Murder Mystery. So this was the last avatar that I got in 2022. And then immediately on January 1st, I remember getting the Witch Cat pet. And there's some more costumes. Oh, Block Party came out at this time here. So Falling Zook, Neon Knight, I grinded the heck out of Block Party. Like, Block Party is such a fun game, especially when you know what you're doing and everyone else just cannot keep up. Like, I remember all this, like, it was such a fun time. It was such a fun time to, you know, play all this. And then you just have, like, some more generic avatars here, like Corgi royalty. Like, I love how they just like make fun of some of these as well. Like Space Cat. I didn't even realize this costume even came out in 2023. I thought this came out in like 2024. But this was 2023. As well as the other one, I believe. Like, this is back when they're still doing weekly costumes. This one's just straight Fortnite. This one is literally just Fortnite. Then you just have like a bunch of, you know, random costumes. Like, some of these I don't even know. Like this one, I think this was from the Gloomy costume. This one's just a mushroom. This one's Globy. And then you just have like this like 2023 by far is when I got the most amount of costumes, hub tiles, and avatars, like by far. Like all these are 2023 so far. Abyssal Angler, I have mixed thoughts about this avatar. Like, I do like the style they went for here, but like they could have, you know, done it a bit better in my opinion. This one I like. I like this one. This one is like the most Minecrafty that they went with. Like, this one's literally just a Blockbench screenshot, and they like, you know, put a background on it. Mr. Grump. This one's just straight up, I don't know, a clown or the Joker. It kind of looks like a Joker in my opinion. I don't know. And then some of these are just ones that I just completely overlook. Like this one. Like, I don't even know where I got this costume here from, but you know, it's there. This is the most realistic one so far. Like, I swear to God, like, this is just like, they took this gnome picture from like, I don't know, off the internet, or like, you know, a picture from real life. Like, took it off of real life and they just shoved it in the game. You know? I swear to God, this is just a Technoblade reference. I don't think it was intentional. And then you have, I don't even know where this one came from. I don't even know what this one is. I think this is with the Zesty costume. Like, some of these are just like, again, they have like variety of like, you know, art styles here. Like this one. Like, this one's one of my most favorite for obvious reasons. I think this is, was this Gravity? I don't think, I'm not sure if this was Gravity or not. I could be wrong. But that could be Gravity. This could also be Gravity. I can't tell because, you know, okay, no, this is definitely Gravity right here. This is most definitely Gravity. Some of these I just completely forgot where I got it from. Like, we're still in 2023, by the way. We still have not gotten out of 2023 yet. The Bambi Penguin boxing battle. I don't like. I think this is from Kangaroo, if I had to guess. Like, we still haven't made it to like summer, I don't think. Okay, maybe all those aren't Gravity. I can't tell, to be honest with you. Strongman. This has to be like one of the most underrated, like, okay, we'll get to the actual costume later, but this is like one of the most underrated costumes ever. I'll have to get to that later. Pirate Parrot. Okay, this is 100% Gravity now. We just now made it to Gravity, and most of the avatars that we just got were like between the release of Block Party and Gravity. Like, that is just a lot. Pirate Ship, GG. Again, I don't know where most of these come from. Oh, come on. Yeah, that bug still exists. Anyways, Zebra, Ice Cube. I don't know where a majority of, you know, these costumes come from. Or, actually, no, not even costumes. So I don't even know where a majority of these, like, avatars come from in the first place. Like, most of these are just without context. Like, Cute Corgi. Like, where did that come from? Where did this one come from? Just watching. This one's obviously the giraffe, I believe. We're still not to Halloween 2023, by the way. This one's just straight up Angry Birds. I love how some of these just have, like, you know, a cute little Easter egg in here. Hover bike. This is when the hover bike came out. And you just have like, you know, a bunch of like, I remember getting this. This was like the Gravity like poster contest that we did back in the day. I think that took place in like July 2023. So we're almost towards the end of this, and we're only in July 2023. This is when the hide and seek update came out. Like, I love both these avatars, especially the side eye. I believe this is not Backrooms, but I believe this is like the costume itself, I believe. Okay, here's Halloween 2023. Boo Day. You have all these. Ghost Buddy. They did a hat in 2023 instead of a costume. I mean, that's better than nothing, essentially. Clucky. I remember grinding Ground Wars. It was a huge pain because getting XP in that game, it takes so long to get XP in that game. And I had to use so many boosters for that. I do not play Capture the Flag. And then I believe... Okay, now I believe we're in 2024. I don't know which one marks the last one for 2024. I think it was... Or 2023. I think it was this one. I'm pretty sure the pirate ship mount... I'm pretty sure this is the last avatar of 2023. And now we're in 2024, I believe. Because all these, I believe, are in 2024. Yes, I did buy the Bed Wars bundle when it first came out, and you can see there's 3 avatars that comes with it. The misspelled costume. There are, like, compared to 2023, I barely have any avatars compared to that. Like, we have, like, the Haunted Tape, yes, Baby Enderman, the Dragon, that's my Prestige the Murder Mystery tag too. And then they did a similar thing to Gravity with the poster contest. They did a poster contest for Parkour Worlds as well, and I got that. Red Panda, Gemstar. I got all the coins in Parkour Worlds. I remember that, and we just now got to Halloween 2024. Like I told you, like we barely have any avatars or barely anything at all in 2024 compared to 2023. The Reaper, Moonlit Manor, Count Ghosty. This is when they actually gave us, you know, a proper, you know, costume. And Spooky Storyteller. This is that video contest that we did for like a campfire. Like we had to do like a little campfire story. I believe that video on my channel is actually still up. And then Mob Game. Mob Game. I did do Mob Game. I did fully max out Mob Game. Creeperface and Who's That Mob. I love this avatar because it's just Pokemon. And then the Winter Ticket. You know, we have all this. Bed Wars. This is when I start getting to Bed Wars. When was the last one that I got for 2024? I think it was this, if I had to guess. Or maybe this one, I can't tell. But now we're in 2025, and there's like 4 of them. Or 5, technically. Like, we have Bed Wars, Losing on Point, Capybara, Axolotl, and Bedtime. I don't even know where I got that from. But yeah, that is all of my avatars. Backblings. Backblings. I pretty much have almost all the backblings except for one, I think. Cuddle Bear, Lunar Wings. I believe Lunar Wings is like my most favorite like cosmetic like backbling ever. Solar System, like all these are fine. Turtle Shell. This was just straight up April Fools. Angel Wings, and then they added like a couple more. Like Demon Wings. I don't understand why they did most of these. The Crystalline Wings. I'm surprised they did that. And then the Cyber Jetpack. This is by far the best backbling on the entire server. And the reason why is because outside of cosmetic, it actually does something. It actually, like, works the way you expect it to. Let's go to costumes here. So, costumes. So, Chumpus. Okay, so this was not my first costume that I've ever gotten. So, this is actually a more recent costume that I got. I believe from, like, earlier, actually no, this is like from April, or no, not April, August of last year. Lunar Tiger is my first ever costume. I joined in like late January 2022, and I immediately did the Lunar Hunt because that was like active at the time. And I decided, you know what, let's do the hunt and let's see what it gives me. And I got the Lunar Tiger, which is still to this day my first ever costume I've ever gotten on a server. Chumpus is just Discord, by the way. Ultimate Hider, Snaily. A majority of these are just quest costumes. This is just like the hide and seek costume. Hoodie Bee. This is Hive Plus. Aliak's Law costumes. Moai. Again, I have a lot of costumes. Like, I was not joking when I said I had 1,245 total cosmetics. And then we have like the egg bunny. I believe this was Easter 2022. The dragons, Moss Knight. I'm not a big fan of the Moss Knight. It's too generic of a costume. Guardian Warrior, Frostbee, Hip Hop Toucan. I remember the Golden Mailbot. Okay, so funny story. So I was one of those few people that got the Golden Mailbot hunt, and this was back in like when the arcade first came out in 2022. I remember getting the Golden Mailbot costume like a couple days after I finished the hunt. I believe I finished the hunt like within a day of the arcade coming out, and it was a huge pain. Like, I actually lost my mind that day. Like, I believe I was like going into the night doing that. And I would believe I was like one of those people that had like 101 out of 100 Golden Mailbots. I believe I was one of those people that had 101 out of 100. So that's cool. And I got that costume out of it. I believe, yes. So a lot of these costumes were just bought from the store. Some of these were like obtained for a limited time, like the Runner, as I mentioned before. The Warden, they distributed a Warden. And a lot of these, yeah. Okay, I love some of these costumes, like the B-Day cake. I love the B-Day cake. I wish they would actually do like a costume for like, you know, their B-Days compared to, I don't know, 2023 or 2024. Especially 2024, because 2024 they just reused a hat. Like, that's just shameful. Soul Hunter, I really do like that costume as well. Gobbles, okay, so this costume, this was the quest costume from November 2022. You know what sucks about this costume is that outside of November, it is like inappropriate to wear that costume pretty much everywhere else outside of Thanksgiving. Ender Golem, I remember getting that as like a part of the bundle from like Black Friday. And then this was December's quest costume. And apparently I got a lot of these. Hot Cocoa, this is January 2023's quest costume. Speaking of which, there it is, like right down there. The Hot Cocoa costume. This was, I believe, the last costume I've ever gotten in 2022. And then you got Grumpa's tail and all that jazz. Back when you know, the Hive used to do like a bunch of costumes for, you know, leveling up in game modes, but they don't usually do that anymore. So we're not going to be seeing any from Block Party, or better yet, Gravity. Like, they should have done one for Gravity, but they didn't. Then you have like Time Owl. Like, this was when I immediately got like a year of my login streak, and we're not even like a quarter of the way through this list, and I've already gotten a year of my login streak. I believe this was back in like March 17th, 2023 is when I got a whole year of my login streak. I'm not a fan of Nibbles. Like, I'm not a big fan of Nibbles as in the YouTuber, and I'm also not a big fan of Nibbles as in like anything named Nibbles, let's be honest with you. You just got like, again, like a lot of costumes that are from the store. Okay, Orbit. So this is basically the moon. They just wanted to do this one probably because of, you know, probably because they just wanted more money and they just decided to do a frosted version of it. The mushrooms, the winter husky. I forget when this one comes out. Globy. This is basically the planet Earth. Business Monkey. I forget when this one came out. I believe this was a quest costume. And then you have like a lot of these. This is 4th of July. Carrot. Sunny. I've seen a couple people say that they have never seen the Sunny costume before. Like, we've seen the Orbit costume. We've seen the Globy costume. Like, it's literally just the moon and the earth. Sunny is literally just the sun. And people didn't know that this costume exists. Like, that just goes to show that this costume is just completely underrated. Medusa. This is literally just a banana again, but it's just pajamas. Vessel Angler. Coolcanut, you know what I mean? Cammy, this is literally just a humanoid, but with a giant camera on his head. Mr. Grump. I'm glad they did a costume off of... I'm glad they did a costume off of that one cat that was memed upon, but then unfortunately died, I believe in 2019. The Clown, I'm glad is underrated because that one just sucks. It looks awful. The Teddy Bears. And then you have, like, you know, sparkles, unicorns. Like, again, they love doing variants. They love doing variants of costumes just so they can squeeze more money out of those. Well, definitely worked against me. Cuddles. I believe this is one of, like, the more underrated costumes, in my opinion. Villager 007, which is just GoldenEye. Again, back when they were, like, more creative with all of their content and all that jazz. Then you have, like, Coral Queen, Slimy. I thought I got this costume, like, more recently, but apparently not. Unless I'm thinking of a different one. Cupcake. This is a weird one. This is straight up just FNAF. Like, Cupcake is straight up just a character from FNAF. I don't know why they even did that. I assume the reason why they named it Cupcake is probably to avoid copyright with, you know, the FNAF developers and Scott Cawthon. I believe at the time it was Scott Cawthon still. I don't know. But it was just there, and it's kind of like the more weird costumes. Camellia. This was when, like, around, like, when 1.20 came out. Fitting because we're still in 2023. And then you have, like, Strawberry. Strawberry. I remember this was, like, July 2023's Quest costume. People don't usually wear it anymore. It's literally just Strawberry, like, within, like, a jar or something. And then all, like, these generic old costumes. The Traveler, I forget what that one is. Koala Knight Summoner. And just a regular koala. Potter. Again, I don't know why. Like, this one's stripped literally just a flower pot. Like, it's literally just a flower pot. This is one of the most weirdly named costumes, in my opinion. Pumpkin Paladin, if that's how you even say it. I don't know. Like, I know that's a pumpkin. But, like, where did this come from? Like, why did they name it like that? Ice Bloom, I don't have the regular one, because, again, I believe the regular Moo Bloom costume came out as, like, a Quest costume back in the day. Skullcaladdle. Again, a lot of costumes in 2023. Like, King of Hearts, Wolfpack, Strongman. Okay, here's the thing about Strongman. So, Strongman, this has to be one of, if not the most underrated costume of all time. It's literally just some guy that has, like, everything buff except his legs. Like, his legs are so skinny. And everything else about him, it's just incredibly buff. Like, I have no idea why this costume isn't, like, more recognized, because it's hilarious. Hazmat, I don't think this was the one from Backrooms. I'm pretty sure it's a bit further down. Toy Soldier, I believe that's just Toy Story, like a Toy Story reference. Strawbee, Zebra. Again, there's a lot of, you know, strange ones here, like Ice Dragon. Like, this is the old one, like the old Ice Dragon. Like, this was like this is pre-Blockbench right now. Golden Skull, the Oni Parrot. They need to do a new parrot costume. And then you just have the, like, television, this normal dragon, and Ghosty. Again, like, there's so many of these that are just, like, so random. Detective Sloth. I believe this is the old one, not like the one that you get from like Prestiging Murder Mystery, because I know there's like multiple like duplicate named costumes. Old Town Horse, again, that's pretty underrated. I believe that's like the only horse costume that we have. Well, no, we have like the Battling Unicorn. I guess that technically counts. And then Beast of Time. I completely forgot we had this costume, or I had this costume. Zombie. I guess that works. Summer Banana. Robo Hammy. This was a weird one. This was, I believe, the quest costume for August 2023. Yeah, believe it or not, we've got all those costumes within a span of a month. That's insane. And then we have like End Crystal. This is where the costumes sort of got, you know, a bit random, like Virus, Headless Horseman. Where is the? Because I know we got. I know I have like the Backrooms costume in here somewhere. I think I went right past it. Yeah, Rubber Chicken is December 2023's class costume, so it's like somewhere up here, I believe, is where I have the costume. I forget what it's called, but I believe it's somewhere in here. It's okay. No, this is it. This is it. It's called Anomaly Explorer. So this is the costume they get from doing the puzzle from Backrooms. I'm glad. I'm like, they need to do more maps that has like these like weird puzzles in it. Like, I'm really glad they did a puzzle with that. Like, it makes it stand out. And then all this like Chilbert, Redbot. Redbot was the last costume I've gotten in 2023. Like, you could just tell how many we got compared to 2024, where we're just now in 2024. Okay, Clucky. This is the Ground Wars costume, and again, it was a pain. It was a pain to get this costume because it is incredibly difficult to level up in Ground Wars, and I have no idea why it's so difficult. But they need to balance that out. They need to balance that out. Lunar Dragon, this is like one of my most favorite costumes of all time. In fact, if I go back, Soulbuster, this is my most favorite costume of all time, because not only is it like related to collecting souls, which is something I really like enjoy the thought of, it's referencing Ghostbusters. Like, it's literally just Ghostbusters combined with soul hunting. Like, it's insane. I love it. And then here's kind of when they stopped like releasing like weekly costumes. This was Bed Wars bundle, Corndog and Assassin. This was the last weekly costume they ever released right here. And this was, believe it or not, this was June 2024's quest costume. And a lot of these are just quest costume. Like, this is July, August, September. I have this one. I think this is October. I don't think so, though. Actually, yes, it is. It was like the weird Treasure Wars one. And then Witcher's Apprentice. This was doing that one Halloween hunt from 2024. Soul Goddess. This has to be, out of all three Soul costumes, this one's the most mid out of the three. Like, I love the Soul Buster, of course. I am a fan of the Soul Hunter, but Soul Goddess, I don't know why they did a goddess, but I'm not a big fan of it. Count Ghosty, this was the actual costume from Ghost Invasion. November, December. And then we have the winter ticket. And I believe this was the presents from, you know, probably from, like, I assume this is Christmas 2024. And then Copper Golem, this was the last costume I've ever gotten in 2024. And ever since then, I got the Lunar Snake, Harlow, B+, and Challenge Caster, which Challenge Caster is the Bed Wars one, Bed Wars Season 2. And yeah, that is it for costumes. Yeah, I told you there's a lot of costumes. So now we're moving on to hats here. And again, I don't have like a lot of hats here. Witch hat, I think this was, I believe this was from the Broomstick Mount. I think hats came out in 2023, I assume. I think it was 2023. Actually, no, it was late 2022 is when hats came out. I remember it was like in 2022 at some point. Octopus Plush, Gamer Headset. They need to add like more variants of some of these hats, like Cardboard Box. Like, they could add like more variants to that. Shining Crown, Flower Crown. Gifter, this is like, I remember this didn't even have like a thumbnail before, but it has a thumbnail now. Cat Cap, these three right here were from, the Block Friday 2022 bundle, like the Cat Cap, the Captain's Hat, and the Traffic Cone. You have like the Fox Buddy, the Elf Hat here, which I think this was from, I assume this was from Christmas 2022. Santa Hat, you can still get this hat for some reason today. Horns, NLL Buddy, I believe this is 2023 now. Actually, no, this is not. It's 2022 still, because we have like the propeller hat here, which is from like the present. Okay, now we're in 2023 because this is Dr. Zook. This is like the worst reward to get from like maxing out a game mode. It's just a single cube. This is the worst Lunar New Year reward ever. Like, it's not even a costume, it's just ears. Insane Craft. I'm surprised they did like a collaboration with Insane Craft at one point. This is Gravity. Fox ears. I remember they did like in the hub, like for like a split second within the new hub. Like, this was back like the new hub release. They did like a little like golden QB hunt because they wanted to kind of like, you know, bring back like the gold mailbot hunt, but QBs instead. And all these hats here, like all these like blue, pink, purple, green, well, not green. These are all part of the 5th B-Day celebration. Every single one of these except for the green one. The green one is just for the 6th one. And I told you they're lazy because all they did was copy and paste the geometry of these and just recolor it and just called it a day. Like, seriously, they're so lazy. Ghost Buddy, this is from Ghost Invasion 2023. Frog Buddy, Crown, and this, okay, this I believe was from Block Friday 2023. This was from Christmas. These are just, for some reason they did this. I don't know why they did this, and I'm not saying that I'm against it, but they just did this for no reason. I just don't know. Solar Buddy, this is from Block Friday 2024. This is from Mob Game. Why do I remember this one in particular like I got yesterday? Like, I didn't. And then this is the only hat that I have in 2025. Mystical Antlers. Hub titles. This is where it's going to get a bit interesting because we have like the most hub titles. So we have 433 hub titles. So we have the booster, which is not my first one, but I believe this is again from like Discord. The snail, the short slide. Again, something similar to the monster avatars here. With like the participation reward avatars and stuff. Like, we have like a lot of these participation like rewards here. This is hide and seek. This is like, I believe, Death Run, or no, this is hide and seek as well. This is this is just build straight up. This is what's from like the parkour from like the hub. And a lot of these, okay, these are Hive Plus here. And a lot of these are just costumes. Like, this is Endolotl, Axolotl here. Dragon Tamer. I don't know. I mean, kind of true, but at the same time, kind of not. Replay. I Can Fly. Best Friend. Like, this, like, I think, like, they sometimes like to do, like, creative hub titles, but some of these, like, are original, some of them are not. Especially some with, like, you know, more modern hub titles, I believe. Nice to Meet You, Ribbit. Like, some of these are just generic, like, Ribbit. All Aboard. I forget where I got that one from. Falling with Style, Hello Summer. I straight up forgot where a majority of these come from. Okay, so we're in Halloween 2022 right now. This one doesn't make sense. Like, it's supposed to say too spooky for me, but like, it's supposed to be all goofy and stuff. Like, I don't know why they have like it's supposed to be a 2 and a 4, but instead they did odd numbers instead. I don't know why they did that, but it doesn't make any sense. Okay, that's not Halloween 2022. Maybe? Oh, I remember doing this. This was back, like, we did like a Just Build competition thing. And for like the pirate event. This was back in like 2022, so that was definitely not Halloween yet. But this was back in like the pirate event days. It was like, you know, the shipwright. Okay, now I believe, yeah, and it took me so long to find that one freaking thing. Like it's kind of ridiculous. Spookalotl, Happy B-Day. Okay, so now we're in Halloween 2023. The Dark Arts, who you get a call. This is a lot of them here. And then mounts. Just mounts. Just straight up. Press start, that's like an NES thing. I don't know where this one came from. This was like the bundle that I got. I'm surprised. Why did they? Okay. So this was back with like the mini games, like the tiny little mini games that we had with like the Christmas 2022 event. I'm surprised they did like an A star. Like it's like an A star. Like it's supposed to say A plus, but probably because like coding limitations, so the star. I don't know. They did like a star instead. Winterfest 22. And then you have, yep, this is the last hub title I got in 2022, Murder Mystery Tag 1. And then you have Block Party, Lore of the Dance. Red Eclipse, that's like a lunar thing. Disco Dynamo, we had to do like a Block Party video competition. And again, I believe that's also up on my channel. You know, and it just gave me this hub title. I used to have this hub title on for like the longest time, but now I've just kind of gotten like, you know, bored of it. And you have like all these, which again are like from costumes, like Lunar Legend. I believe this is just from the Orbit costume. A fun guy. Again, like they aren't as creative as they are now. In terms of, you know, costumes. Or not really costumes, but like hub titles. Okay, what I'm trying to say here it's like at some points, like they aren't really creative with like, you know, hub titles. Like most of these aren't even like original, but now they kind of do like the original hub titles once in a great while. Like this one's just straight up Globy again, My Pugginess, Meowdy, Radical. I believe this was the Cool Goose, Catch Up With Me. I'm surprised that one's not a Death Run hub title, but you know, like they should have that as a Death Run hub title. But I'm you know, I understand why they did it here. And here just like Party Animal. I wonder if they got after like, you know, the actual game. Like I wonder if they actually got it from like, you know, the actual Party Animals game. Or they just like, you know, did it before. I think they got it as a reference from like the actual Party Animal game. Oh, Chrome. Like I don't even know where this one came from. Cotton 4K. This is Cammy, which is fitting because Cotton 4K. I literally have a 4K monitor, so it's fitting. Even though back in the day I had 1080p. The Huggable. You got a fish. Narwhals. I am magical. Like, a lot of these are just like, you know, here's this, here's that, I'm this, I'm that, like, sort of thing. Going around, like, horsing around. Like, I'm horsing around. Food fight. Has anyone had, like, a food fight in, like, I don't know, middle school? I've never had a food fight, like, ever. Like, I have never had a food fight ever in my life. Barely Awake, that's me literally all the time. Going Ham, Space and Time, The Claw. Like, again, like, I don't know where a majority of this came from. Like, this is just a fish. It's not very obvious with the fonts I have. Fetching Them Rays. I know there's, like, a That's Hot, hub title. I might have scrolled past it by now. Like, some of these are just memes that, like, you typically see in, like, the real, like, a free Shavakadoo. Free Shavakadoo. The animated. This is a hub title, apparently. Cosmically Cool. I mean, that's fitting because I have, again, 1,245 total cosmetics, at least globally. Down to Earth. I don't know. I think this is Gravity. I could be wrong. Space. A lot of these, I just have like no idea where they originally came from here. Like, okay, this is very good. Okay, so this was like when they started to do like hub titles for like quest costumes, because this is July 2023's quest costume again. Yeah, okay, here's the That's Hot hub title. If you remember that. I believe this was from like the freaking YouTube Rewind thing. I don't know what exactly year it's from. I swear it was from 2018. It must be from 2018. You know, the worst YouTube video ever. Who are you, Abracadabra? A lot of these are just here just because they're here. Very cool. Qualified. Like, some of these don't make sense. Like, they're qualified. Like, I don't get how that, like, makes sense as, like, you know, a joke. But they do. Ready or Not. I assume that's just hide and seek. Pumpkin Protector. The Lion. The Holy One. The Legendary. Yeah, that's just a cow. Like, that's literally just a cow. They might have gotten that, and it's, like, an original joke. But they also didn't. Like, I don't think they did. Irrelevant. It's Skulkin time. Like, we're just now to the Skulkalotl one. Creeping It Real. I think this is the Creeper one here. What, mate? Some of these are just nonsense. Merry Christmas. Ooh, so scary. Captain Sparkle's Revenge right here. They need to do more hub tiles that are based off of, like, you know, the history of Minecraft, or just like Minecraft hub tiles in general. Not like, you know, like memes or anything like that. Not like stuff like the real world. But I'm talking like more stuff like Minecraft, like the Minecraft community. Like, this is from like Revenge. This is Revenge. Nethervenger, Will I Nether? Like, why do I have two Nether hub titles side by side? Like, I have no idea why I have two at once here. The Pump King, Lightbearer, the Royal. We have the Wishmaker, the Strong. I think this is the Strong Man. Like, it's just the Strong. Like, again, that costume is so underrated. Like, please buy that costume. Like, it's hilarious. Hi, I'm a dolphin. Like, that's just a sentence. Like, kind of a sentence. Like, that's straight up a sentence. Like, it's hilarious some days. Like, burb. I don't even know where that originally came from. I'm non-cultured. Like, I'm literally just so bad. Sea of Bees. I completely forgot I had this hub title. I don't know where this came from. I don't know where I got this from. But Sea of Bees, like, I straight up don't even know where I got this from. But apparently I have it. Okay, this is Gravity now. Gravity Guru, Terminal Velocity. This is definitely Gravity. Just a simple utterly ridiculous. I get that one. Just say it out loud. Utterly ridiculous. Like, it makes sense. It's all ogre. Okay. Left, right, left. Toy Soldier. I don't know if that's a reference in like one of the movies, like Toy Story. It probably is. Robot Overlord. It's just a simple Robot Overlord hub title. The Jawsome. Like, what even is that supposed to mean? Like, what even is that supposed to mean? The Jawsome. I don't understand what that means. You're Fired. I don't know where that came from. I'm Cool. Roasted. Taking the Biscuit. This is definitely like a gingerbread costume. One here. This is definitely gingerbread right here. From the Flames. You definitely... Hey, you cracked me up. You know, that makes sense. Because it's a real life thing. It's nothing related to Minecraft, but it's a real life thing. The Striped. I don't even know... Like, some of these hub titles, I have no idea where I got them from. Like, the Striped. Like, what even is that? Like, where did that come from? Like, I have to look it up every time. The End. I assume that's just, like, the dragon. Like, the simple dragon one. Eye is Cold. Spooky, scary skeleton. They couldn't fit skeleton in there. But I know exactly what that's referencing. It's cheeky. It's cheeky stuff. Did you spot me? Okay. Did this come from hide and seek, or is this from something else? Did you spot me? I have no idea where this came from. I have no idea where this came from. Honk, this is a goose. Barking Mad, that's a dog. I'm super cool. Like, some of these, they just reuse, like, I'm seeing a lot of cool. Like, how many times have I said cool in this video? The all-seeing Eye of the Tiger. I'm not singing that song. The Tallest, Eternal Flames. Like, again, I don't know where some of these hub titles came from, but they're just there in my inventory. The Knight, weird flex, but okay. I didn't even know I had this one. Dread Me. Win the Battle. Is this Ground Wars? I don't know. I don't know if this is Ground Wars or not. The Colorful, Yay, Set, Go, Protector of Night. Live from the Hive. Boo, just a simple, just boo. Just a very, very simple boo. Like, that's it. The Collector. And then we have, like, the Shadow. Like, again, like, all these are, like, costumes. And most of these are costumes that we got from, like, the store. Not a panda. I mean, if you can assume that. How dare you? The red nose. That's just Rudolph. That's just straight up Rudolph. Where did... Okay, yeah, okay. Some of these... I've said this many times now, but again, I don't know where a majority of these came from initially. Like, I know this is like a wolf, but like, where did this originally come from? I like Leaf. Anyways, we have Wee Woo, which is Officer 11, I think, is what that is. Dark Magic, the Hatebringer, the Golden Legend. Yeah, you know what I mean? Pizza Time, just a very pizza time, a very pizza time hub title. Creeper. That's literally just a creeper noise. Just yeah, it's just a creeper. That's literally a creeper. Galactic Explorer. I don't know where I got this one from. That's like a zombie costume. Gotta go fast. I'm surprised they even did like a Sonic reference, even like outside of the Sonic event. Like, this is not Sonic event, even though it really does look like a Sonic event, even though it's not. Summer Swag, I'm worrisome. Simply Vibing, really good. Again, this is like another hub title that we got from like a Quest costume. At least from August 2023 in my thoughts. This was, oh yeah, it was, because you see Clickety Clack. So this was like when I had to like, you get this hub title, so you can actually get this hub title like right now. All you gotta do is ride the train for an hour straight. Like, that's all you gotta do. I'm Jelly. Okay. Speed of Light. Is that another Sonic reference right there? Is that another Sonic reference? I like to believe it is. Super Cool, the Alpha Wolf, Ancient Power. Again, I don't know where a majority of these came from, but they're just here. Let us talk about it. Is this... I know this is a Quest costume. What is this Quest costume? Was it September 2023? I'd like to believe it was. Fierce Fighter Sneak 100, which is a reference to 1.20's, like, you know... Oh, actually, no, that's not even 1.20, that's 1.19, like, Sneak 100 achievement. Octosus, Mystic Wing, that's Hongo. Some of these I do know, like, this is, like... I think this is a virus? I can't tell. This is like, so up until now, Minecraft had like these like weird, like, they're not weird, but up until now they've had like the same colors here. Like, every single color here, every single color was like the same color codes. But up until Hive 2023 or 4, I believe it's 3. Minecraft decided to add like new color codes, to Minecraft Bedrock Edition in particular. Because for the longest time we had the same color codes here, but starting with Halloween 2023, you could see there's like completely new colors now, because they introduced like new color codes to the game. Spooktober 2023. Now this is once again very similar to the shipwright, where I had to do like a little build competition to get this hub title. I don't think it's worth it, but you know what I mean. It's still there anyways. And for a brief moment, we're kind of back to like the old like color codes here. Winterfest 2023. And then you have like groundbreaking. It's very groundbreaking, all that. Rock and roll. Lily Pad Leader, Year of the Dragon. Like some of these are from like the newsletter as well, because I know for a fact that Year of the Dragon, this one is definitely from the newsletter. I did not play Treasure Wars at all. Like I'm not into PvP games all too much. Like I think you should know by now that I'm not into PvP games as much. Even though I did play it, like I did enjoy it, but it got boring for me pretty fast. Blank victories. I love how and here's when they start doing stat tracking hub titles, because they have like new technology. And they started doing stat track hub titles. Like this is a stat tracking hub titles. Like it shows the amount of victories that you have in Bed Wars. This is another I believe this is another newsletter. Terra Teddy. A lot of these are from like the mounts and pets as well. Like this is also a newsletter. This is Baby Enderman. This is Dragon Mount. Mirror Mystery Track 2. Okay. So this is the hub title that I should be wearing, because I have like over 1,040 days of my login streak, and you know it's fitting because I literally got this hub title for free because they introduced it like late 2023, I believe, or mid to late 2023. I don't know exactly when they introduced it, but they introduced it right there. It's fall. Tree Chop Trister. This is Red Panda Pet. Halloween 2024 right here. Yeah, Spooktober 24. Like it literally says right there. Who's that mob? Mob game. It's Morphing Time. Like both of these hub tiles right here. These are mob game. And then New Year New Golem. They did a hub tile for that costume, that quest costume. And then this is where I actually started getting to Bed Wars here. You know, still barely played it, but, you know, I mean, that's not that bad of a placement. Like, I've heard some people have, like, you know, like, over, like, 1 million in their placement. Like, it's terrible. And then this is, like, my last, or latest hub title as of right now, win rates. Just another Stack Jack hub title. And then we have win celebrations here. So, they've recently added this, and it's pretty buggy. The reason why it's buggy is because it plays half the time, but also it doesn't. And I'm like, what's the point of these if you can't even, like, use them in game properly without glitching out and people can't even see it? Floss, this is, again, Fortnite. They literally copy and pasted, like, the elf. Like, remember Winterfest 2024? Where they had, like, the elf NPC just constantly doing the floss? Like, right in front of you, like, endlessly. And, like, remember the puzzles as well? They had all that, and they literally just copy and pasted the animation to this. Like, I literally called it, and they exactly did that. I didn't even realize I even had this one, Ride the Pony. I just straight up didn't even realize I even had this one. But apparently I have Ride the Pony, which is, I guess, one from Bed Wars. I assume it's from Bed Wars. I mean, that's all the cosmetics in here. I have, like, all the, like, most of the pets, mounts, hats, backwings that you can, like, obtain right now. Mounts. Oh, come on. So, if we go into mounts here, I have a majority of mounts. I'm pretty sure I have all the mounts, if I had to guess. So, you see, we start off with, again, the spaceship and Bumblebee. And I believe, these, like, these, like, not even costumes, they're called mounts. These mounts here, I remember back when they first came out when, like, the arcade was still a thing. we used to be able to fly into the game, like one of the micro games called Spleef. We used to be able to fly into it whilst a match was happening, like because there was no barriers above it at all. So we were able to just interfere with the game as much as we wanted. Pirate Ship is the worst mount by far, in my opinion. Wind Share, this was April Fool's 2023, just straight up. Helicopter, this was Block Friday 2023. And then Gas, Dragon, this is like my most favorite mount of all time. And then Couch, this is Block Friday, actually no, Snappy and Couch was Block Friday 2024. Yeah, 2024. Couch is literally just a copy-pasted chair mount, but there's more than one seat. This is both the winter ticket and Enchanted Bed. This is the Pet War Season 2 bundle. And then the axolotl, because why not? They just decided to throw an axolotl in there. And finally, we're going to mention pets here. So Endolol. So this is, of course, the first pet that I would have. I remember this was back in, like, 2022 as well. Like, early 2022. Like, right around when I first started playing the server. Rock. This exists. Straight up just a rock. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a rock. It's literally just a rock. That's April Fool's 2022. I wish they would do something similar to that, but I know they won't. And then Planet. This is actually the pet that I have on right now. In fact, here he is. Okay, I didn't mean to do that. This was, I believe this was, I love this pet. Like, the Planet pet is so goofy. I love it. This was Black Friday 2023. And then I have Hana Teddy, Baby Enderman, Red Panda, Nibbles, which this is Black Friday 2024. And I hate this, probably because of Nibbles himself. And then right here you have both the Snowy Owls, like you have this one, and the Mystic Owl. I don't think the Mystic Owl is worth the time and effort, to be honest with you, but if you want it, there you go. And then Capybara. They literally wanted to do a Capybara just to have the Chill Guy as a hub title. And that is literally all of my 1,245 unlocks in my global locker. I assume immediately after I upload this, it's going to be dated. So, considering the fact that I have so many of these, I literally found out, like, recently too, that I'm apparently top 8 all time. And the amount of costumes in the entire server, I'm just top 8 all time. I'm just there. I'm a no life.